It doesn't take an evil genius to know that our world has plummeted into an existential tar pit, where ideological dogma is force-fed rather than embracing truth, reason, and genuine compassion. You're savagely attacked with thought viruses and blatant delusions to crush the last remnants of your humanity. It's a wicked mindset from the morality.gov oligarchy masquerading as social justice warriors. Using fear and mass insecurity, they intimidate and blackmail the public with their contrived narratives to enforce obedience. It's what the super nerds call being joined to another object by an inclined plane wrapped helically around an axis.
Screwed.
So how far up shit creek are we without a paddle? Media gusseldavstra force women to embrace girl boss avatars as the standard for their value. Mary Sue's, like Ray, Captain Marvel, and She-Hulk show that to be a valid woman you must have it all, do it all, without flaws, vulnerability, or romantic love. The self-proclaimed guardians of justice decree men are societal adversaries, a relic of an evil patriarchy driven by mashed-up toxicities, including selfish, manipulative bastard syndrome, more commonly known as SMBS. They spew ideological dictate aimed to flatten diverse male identities into a simplistic, subhuman, antagonistic archetype. It's the wing-wang, they cry. The penis forces identical socks to be neatly folded and placed in a drawer, repressing the notion of mismatched socks sprawled anywhere. The sandwich forced down your throat gets much worse. Morbid obesity is glorified as body positivity under penalty of cancellation or societal exile. The morality police push heart attack wannabes like Lizzo as flawless ultra goddesses. Obesity glamorization is literally killing a generation of kids.
Obesity has been linked to more than 20 major illnesses, including heart disease, diabetes, psychiatric disorders, and dementia.
Plus, thinking about the other stuff is simply too horrific.
Do you mean sleep over?
Well, yeah.
Okay. But I get to be on top.
The cognitive dissonance is as deafening as Megan Rapinoe crying gender pay gap while being humbled by teenage boys. The authoritarian thought police impose an absurd MC Escher staircase of perpetual mindfuck and cognitive torture. Skeptics, daring to cite common sense in a valiant attempt to correct self-approved dogma, are viciously re-educated. The state truth mantra is only the ignorant or stupid cannot see the emperor's new clothes. Cloaked in this desolate wasteland of enforced doctrine, the seeds of hope wither and die under the weeds of conformity and control. If you're still watching, you're probably muttering, Damien, sliding elephants through eyes of needles won't defeat the Alex Forrests of the world this time. And you're right. We're so far up the proverbial creek that circling ruthless Australian saltwater crocs make Jigsaw look like Mary Poppins on a sugar high. But fear not, this dory will keep swimming and not give in to the false norms that real men don't ask for help. The truth is, real-world tough guys actively seek wisdom from those who have faced the abyss and emerged stronger. And today's wisdom comes from the cinematic maestro Frank Darabont and the masterful storyteller Stephen King.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Get busy living or get busy dying. It's a rallying cry to actively resist the fanatical absurdities imposed by radical extremists, to courageously embrace life and to maintain a grateful mindset of purposeful living, no matter how insane the agenda they attempt to ram down your throat. Andy Dufrese was unjustly imprisoned in the brutal Shawshank State Penitentiary for nearly 2 decades, falsely convicted of murdering his wife and her lover. A feeling Star Wars, Marvel, and now Doctor Who fans are all too familiar with. Yet, despite the harsh conditions and soul-crushing prison life, Andy never lost hope or gave into the despair that consumed so many others. Andy understood that fighting against reality was insanity. He knew real empowerment came from taking full ownership of the cards he was dealt. The imprisoned masses wallowed in self-pity or conformed through soulless routine. Andy channeled every breath into nurturing an inner palace of wisdom and dignity his captors could never breach. As society plunges into mass psychosis fueled by contrived moral panics, Get Busy Living is a lightsaber of hope for more than just the fans of the Doctor and a galaxy far, far away. These amazing works of art touched the deepness of your soul. They became part of you. Rejoice, because the She-Sith can never take that away. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and the Doctor will always live on inside you, and there is hope for the future. The Mouse's share price can only fall so far before Rebel X-Wings break through and liberate your heroes from the dark side. Disney invested billions, which it needs to recoup. One wonders how they might be convinced to return to agenda-free plotlines.
Aren't you going to watch the rest of your cute cartoons?
Nah, come on, Lise. Maybe there's something else to do on this planet.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice. Get busy living or get busy dying is a powerful reminder to reject the cult-enforced absurdities in favor of reclaiming truth, autonomy, and genuine authenticity.
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore.
Andy's Get Busy Living spirit was clearly shown when he gave of himself to create a library for his fellow inmates. He provided them with access to knowledge and a means to escape through the power of books. Andy's key focus was to help others, and he refused to let his circumstance define him or extinguish his spirit. Unsung heroism is always recognized in the end. Get Busy Living encourages you to find purpose, to cultivate hope, and to make the most of your circumstances. You may be facing adversity, hardship, or seemingly impossible obstacles. Get Busy Living reminds you that you have the power to choose your point of view and your attitude to life. When you embrace the Get Busy Living mindset, you can overcome even the most daunting challenges and ultimately find freedom, purpose, and fulfillment. True freedom requires incendiary rejection of concocted, absurd narratives strangling your potential.
But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
But how do I do that, O great sliding elephant sage? I hear you ask. To unlock the ancient secrets of purposeful fulfillment, you don't need to embark on a painful pilgrimage across the Chahombrian Ridge while fasting for 40 days and composing inspirational haikus. Sharpen your lightsabers because it only takes 2 simple actions. Step 1. Find purpose in everyday life. Nurture your dignity by creating something bigger than yourself. Shun deluded individualism and online narcissistic whining. Become an ambassador for encouragement. Forge unbreakable personal connections. Volunteer. Tutor kids. Beautify public spaces or use your skills to enrich others' lives. Step 2. Cultivate humble daily gratitude. Spewing out toxic fumes of ingratitude leaves you spiritually suffocated faster than Rachel Zeglar finding new love for the original Snow White. Too many give in to the cellblock mentality of constant griping and joyless complaint. Like Zegler's original comments about this beloved character, those people slowly decay into another lifeless, institutionalized sourpuss. Inoculate your soul with considerate gratitude. Ignore the Zeglers who decree stealing a gentle kiss is stalking. Get busy living because you are an unstoppable flame. Be the living symbol of truth that rises above the authoritarian matrix designed to enslave your spirit. Leave the squalor and become life's most passionate romantic, savouring and radiating every nanosecond. The get busy living path is clear. Reject the deranged commandments of the thought police and embrace reality, even if it angers the warden. Scorch the abyss with radical authenticity and tear apart the existential gulag gripping humanity's soul. Your spirit's embers eternally flicker, awaiting your tender breath of perspective to burst them into a roaring cosmic furnace. Go forge crucibles for dignity and magic. Breathe deepest gratitude into each instant. Share micro kindnesses upon every soul braving this wild, amazing journey of life. Validate someone's experience. Actively listen. Offer genuine compliments. Hold the door open, share a smile, or help someone with a task. In these sacred acts of dignified purpose and radiant gratitude, you transform into an unstoppable force, a living embodiment of the get busy living ethos. That's my 2 cents. Until we meet again, stay defiant and alive.